guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Ellen and today I'm going to be sharing what I made in January. I made 4 total pieces and I'm going to go through each one, what size I made, what I liked about the pattern, any difficulties I had, and what I would do if I were to make it again. For reference, my bust is a 38, my waist is a 30, and my hips are a 40. So I kind of use that and the finished garment measurements to pick out the size that I'm going to sew. Also, I share a lot more frequently on my Instagram at MaryEllen_home. I share gardening stuff, sewing stuff, as well as food stuff. So make sure you're following me over there as well. So without further ado, I'm just going to get right into it. Alright, first off, I made the Copen Dress. This pattern is by Made Sew, Anika. She's awesome and I love this pattern so much. It's a great basic bodice pattern and it's really easy to kind of customize and change up like the neckline or a sleeve and just experiment. So what I did was I added this balloon portion to this sleeve, and I will throw up a picture here. I think it turned out really cute and it hits me just above my knees. There you go. And it's in this really awesome jersey print. It is kind of like black and white polka dots with these burgundy and red flowers over top. I got all of these fabrics at Joann's. I got a gift card for Christmas, so that definitely went to good use. One thing with this pattern, and it showed up more in the next piece I'll talk about, is I believe that these shoulders are a little bit too long in the pattern. I think mine are a bit like shorter, so that's something that I'm gonna have to go back and look at the pattern and possibly grade it a little bit in the shoulder area to better fit my body. But it's not something that's super noticeable or bothersome, so it works for now. So yeah. Also, I did put in contour darts. You can kind of see them in this dress, both in the front and in the back. So it's a little bit more fitted through my torso. Alright, next up we have the Copen Blouse. It's the same general design. It has this balloon portion to the sleeve, just like with my dress, but it does not have any contour darts because I wanted it to be a flowier fit. And the fabric is this royal blue crinkle rayon with the cheetah or leopard print. And these shoulders kind of stretched out a little bit, I think. So I could definitely tell that they're like my sleeve is kind of starting right there about when I wear this. But again, it's not noticeable and it doesn't really bother me. But going forward, I think I will grade the pattern a little bit. And I added a zipper in the back, but looking back, I probably don't even need one with this. Okay, next up is the Colette Aster. I really love this top, and when I saw it on the Seamwork website, I just immediately knew I had to sew it. But I had never sewn buttons on before and used a placket, so this was definitely a learning experience for that. And I would consider myself still a beginner sewer. I've been sewing for about a year seriously or consistently, but I had never done anything with buttons or a placket, so this was interesting. But I think it turned out really well. I did French seams because this is a silky charmeuse fabric from Joann's again. So I did French seams on the yoke and then the side seams as well as the shoulder seams. So I'm glad I did that because this frays really easily, and I really wish I had a serger, but I don't. But anyway, I went with the view, gosh, I don't remember what view it is, but it's the flouncy sleeve. And I totally did the placket incorrectly, but here's also my bias binding. That doesn't look too great either, but I don't really have much practice with it. So I'm thankful that the pattern is really busy on the fabric. But anyway, take a little bit of a close look at the placket. It's just messy, and it's not done correctly. I was kind of lost on the instructions for that part, and yeah, I know I didn't do it right, but it definitely works well enough to get by wearing it. But I did recently, like earlier today, watch So Live on YouTube. She does live sew-alongs, and she did a sew-along of the Aster, and she kind of went through step by step how she does the placket and the buttons and ties it into the bias binding, and it makes a lot more sense when she does it. I think it's just my inexperience showing through, but I love this pattern a lot, and I'm definitely going to make it again. So I will be following So Live's kind of guide, not really guide, but how she does it next time. And she folds the bias tape like under, like that. You know, you can have either this method or the kind of like encasing method that I did. There we go. So I think I'm going to do the method that she uses, and it looks nicer when she ties it into the pocket. But yeah, and I did a rolled hem. Oh gosh, let me see if you can see it. I followed a made to sew tutorial on how to do a rolled hem, and it was very simple to follow along, and I'm glad I found it, because I was a little worried since this fabric is so slippery. And one thing I did do was I put a sheet of tissue paper underneath the placket, because I have it interfaced, and I did do it right, so it wasn't the interfacing wasn't enclosed how it should be. But using the tissue paper helps a lot, and it kind of reduces the chance of the feed dogs grabbing onto your fabric and kind of like tearing and it. Ugh. But so I'll be using that trick again and again. That was a made to sew trick. So yeah, that is the Aster, and I'll throw up a picture of me wearing it. I do love it. It's great, and it'll get a lot of wear. I also made a size 10. I didn't mention that before, but I made a size 10 in the Aster and a 3 in the Copens, and I'll include this in the description just for reference. Also, I'm 5'9", so I usually lengthen everything by at least an inch or so where the length and shorten lines are in all my patterns. So yeah, finally we have the Seamwork Ace. This is a nice long sleeve top with this really cool neckline. It's like a mock neck, but it's folded under. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's really cool and very unique. I'll throw a picture of me wearing it. I was only able to get like a yard and some selvage for this fabric, so it was whatever was left on the bolt. So I made it work, like barely. I had to get creative with the sleeves, and there you can see that seam line. I had to kind of slice and dice these sleeves together, but it was a very easy make. Cut it out and sewed it within a couple hours, so that was really nice. I wish I had a serger again, because that would make sewing knits so much nicer and neater. But that's one of my goals this year, is to get a serger. So I made a size 10 in this again, and this fabric has decent stretch, but it's not amazing. So the shirt is a little bit tight for what I like. So I think either way I'm going to cut out a new copy of the pattern in a size 12. And I think that'll help a lot. Depending, you know, even if my fabric has a lot of stretch, it'll still be good, I think. A little bit looser and a nicer fit. But the instructions were great on this pattern and I didn't have any issues in that aspect. Alright, that wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned. I will be filming a February sewing plans video as well as some like fashion flips of my late grandmother's. I have some of her old clothes and there are more still at our house, but I grabbed what I liked, like the fabrics that I liked, and I plan on kind of flipping them to repurpose them but still have that sentimental value. I've actually already done one, but I'll include that in those videos. But I'm really excited for those, and I do plan on going thrifting a lot more this year and doing thrift flips. I love those types of videos. Seemingly Sarah is like one of my favorite people on the internet, and she does a lot of those. So that's kind of my inspiration. I also got a lot of fabric from my other grandmother who is still with us. But she gave me some linens and then this really cool lining fabric that I plan on using in one of my Make Nines picks for this year. So yeah, lots of cool and fun plans for this year, and I hope you guys stick around to come on this sewing journey with me. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.